Hello everyone, and welcome back to Outer Worlds, the Captain America build. Now, where we last left off, we just learned from Ada, which is the AI of our new ship, the Unreliable. Oop, wrong button. Still getting used to this. That our ship is missing an energy regulator. I believe she said the part was. So now we're
I'll be
off.
with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me that the ranking officer is dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an alteration. I don't like your tone, Ernie. That's weird.
Altercation, you say? Shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
I could use their gear. No sense in letting a good suit of armor go to waste. Good idea. And clean up this ship while you're at it. No, that's not his job. Don't you care that she died? Yeah, that sounds right.
That who died? Oh, right. Yeah, well, we do need all the hands we got, what with folks in Edgewater dropping off like sissy pig tumors. Less competition, though, come promoting time. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice.
That's not a good slogan. Hang on, I want to ask you something. What could I want to ask him?
Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
I'll be on my way. Where'd that guy come from? Oh, there he is. Ooh, cool, volcano. Hope we get to go up close to it. Oh hey, and there's Edgewater. Let's sprint. Sprinting doesn't seem to do much. Oh wait. Oh, I thought for a second I wasn't supposed to be moving whenever I click the sprint button. Well, who's this? Uh-oh, Marauder. Okay. Okay. Alright, there it is. Okay, health by 20 RS. Back. Add to chunk. Okay, use. Alright, I have 3. There really should be something to let you see how much health you're getting. Sounds like what I need. Mock apple. Fast ration pill. Sliced bread. Let's just use another one of these, then that'll be good enough. got him. Ah, cool. Has that, thing where you get a cool shot of when you kill someone, like in Fallout. Oh good, my health's up. Nothing good. Let's see if I can figure out how to bring up that saver now. I want to try killing people with that. Equipped? Oh wait, that was unequipped. Equip. Now how am I supposed to get that so I can fight with it? Oh, maybe it'll come up once I'm out of ammo. Won't be a good setup though. Hope there aren't any more marauders. Oh, this must be a graveyard. I don't need that gun anymore. Is this that guy I was supposed to talk to?
Where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
I'm just passing through. My pod crashed in the hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Steve.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas.
I do not.
Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering a job? I do what I want. You're asking the wrong person. I'm not interested. You offering a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that. You're making people pay for their own graves? Why can't you collect these fees yourself? Let me ask you about something else. Sure, you'll figure something out. You're making people pay for their own graves?
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Alright, I'll collect your fees for you. Why can't you collect these fees yourself? I'm sure you'll figure something out. Excuse me. Yeah, I need to get... I don't want to waste time with that. Thought this was supposed to be sprint, but nothing's happening. don't think I care much for having to make it load. Yeah, I'm gonna build a team like the Avengers. Uh-oh. Don't want that out in a public place. Oh, she ain't nothing. Cannery. Edgewater. Salt Tuna Cannery. Spacer's Choice. Whoops. Expecting there to be another loading thing.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told to talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it. Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
He's a nice guy. When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do. What a surprise, I never would have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to to come home.
Tell me why. I think it's obvious. If you need me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. Tell me what I need to do.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you. How will I recognize Adelaide? Can't make any promises.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back? These workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you. I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Ooh, companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that can join you in your adventures. Oh, I'm sure she'll be there once we get to the next level. Oh, she's already there. I was about to say another loading screen. This is some nice music.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Sure.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned? Sure, the deserters are very fine people. This town got its issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. You want to talk to the vicar, flipping a switch in your power mill? Where would I find him?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. They're neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Right. This is a Captain America build, so we gotta be sure to go with the most moral choice there is. Probably gonna end up siding with these deserters. Journal. Stranger in a strange lab. Phineas needs your help to get things right on Halcyon. Need transportation. Workers are abandoning the town of Edgewater. Reed Thompson. Deliver. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure the marker's taking us to Vicar. I guess not, since that's an optional thing. Maybe that other marker is where Vicar is. Yeah, I bet it is by the looks of things.
It always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Wow, it's so fancy. Is this some kind of chapel?
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Oh, they haven't made a religion out of this job, have they? Is there any new dialogue?
Where are we headed?
Mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about. Ooh. This guy kind of reminds me of the founding fathers of the American Revolution. That blue coat and hair. Oh well.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Parvita wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. How did you know I'm an outsider? What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here? Just thought of something else. Oh, I want to ask all these questions. Let's start with this one.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy. like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually. Maybe it's because you're so dismissive. Quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it?
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Sounds like you're terrible at your job. That's gotta be tough. Isn't it your job to raise that? That's gotta be tough.
Yes. Yes, it is. But it's my job, and I take it very seriously. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
Doesn't sound like a very motivational religion, religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
That seems unlikely. Really? How does that work? Tell me more. Let's get back on track.
What would you like to discuss?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant, cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters, cut power to the deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry. The middle one.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise? What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vigar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
So what do you advise? I wish you could actually answer that.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome son? Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument. Authorities will be interested to hear this contraband text. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for the book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All things considered, I'm predicting that this book will be some crap by Karl Marx or something like it. Guess that must be some kind of fish you can get on this planet. Salt tuna. Huh, that gun's always out. Whenever I go somewhere new. She's still with me? Yeah, she is.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the winter.
Looks like I'm heading in the wrong direction. Whoops. Better than nature. Yeah, good many things are better than nature. Dang, I wish that wouldn't keep happening.
sorry. I'll just be a minute.
What?
You had a minute.
I'm supposed to go that way or this way?
Ease
Let's
off
look
the
at the
threats.
quest again. Deliver Reed's message. Yeah, that's one that's selected. Stranger in a strange land. Find Hawthorne's ship. I guess that must be like the main thing on the main quest.
Boss's orders.
Well, which way am I supposed to go? Oh, wait a second. I bet when it was telling me to go the other way, it was saying I'm supposed to go to a place on the other side of this town. Like I was supposed to go around it. And it's sending me to that exit because it's the closest one. Oh yeah, that looks like... Yeah, it looks like I was right. Ooh, Mantisaurus. Look pretty scary. Oh man, these loading screens last a while. You know, come to think of it, they kind of remind me of some of the creatures we have down here. Well, where I come from anyway. Deep, deep underground. Man, I wish you really could sprint in this game. Wow, these are kind of like the cross between pine trees and palm trees. I just thought of that. Ew, gross snake creature. Those don't seem to be hostile, at least. That's a nice touch, how not all the creatures are hostile, just because it's an alien world. I hope by the time humanity actually does reach for the stars like this, we reptilians had already, like, formed a friendship and agreement with you, so we can come with. Be a big step from hiding out far beneath your Earth's crust. Botanical lab.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Who's that talking? Oh, let's save real quick. Oh, wrong thing. Save game. New save. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there since it's getting long again. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can come see me negotiate with Adelaide and her group of deserters in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me here, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.